of the tournaments, but the only team of the tournament that's legitimate for me should look something like this. Of course, filled with Spanish players, not just because they won it, because they won every single game and they had an amazing performance. Every one of those Spain players were amazing, but a fair team of the tournament should look like this. And of course, I'll justify all my selections. Now, keeper, we start at keeper. Donnarumma was the best keeper of this tournament, guys. This man faced so many shots and pulled out incredible save after incredible save after incredible save. It's not his fault that Italy were trash. Donnarumma had the best performances of any keeper, even though he went out in the last 16. He was just amazing and he stopped so many goals. So for me, there was no keeper that actually surpassed him in terms of performance. Yes, he only played 4 games, but still he was great in those 4 games. The only alternative is if you say maybe Pickford was good. Yes, he was good, but I don't think he faced as many chances as Donnarumma did. England had one of the best defense. Or if you say Mike Maignan of France, I think he actually maybe performed a little bit better than Pickford because he faced more shots and he has the most clean sheets of this tournament. But that's a golden glove. But I actually think the best keeper, if we're not just looking at clean sheets or just statistics, the best keeper was Donnarumma for me. Right back, I've went with Carvajal. Someone tell me what Carvajal does wrong, because I can't seem to find it. He's just so consistent. He's a proper old-fashioned right back. He works hard in defense and can pop up with a goal every now and again, but he just does his defensive duties well, and that's it. And he took one for the team when he put Musiala down when Germany were coming in the last minute. He was already on a yellow card, which was a smart play, got a second yellow, got a 1-match suspension, and was back for the final and helped Spain win it. It's as simple as that. For me, Carvajal, maybe Joris Koundé was maybe a good alternative, but Carvajal obviously went all the way, and I think he was, more solid. Centre back, I've went with the partnership of Marc Guéhi and Laporte, Aymeric Laporte for Spain. Guéhi, obviously England's best defender, England's best player this tournament. Marc Guéhi, if we're just being unbiased. Laporte, left-footed centre back, shows you that why he's still one of the best left-footed centre backs in the world. Gives you that balance in play, amazing passer of the ball, completely controls the game, doesn't panic too much, and this tournament just shows us that at that level he should not be still playing in Saudi. I think he left way too early. He could have been playing anywhere in Europe's top 5 leagues. He's that good and he's just proven it. Left back, an obvious choice. Cucurella was one of the best defenders and one of the best players of the tournament, and at left back he was absolutely instrumental for Spain. Very solid, and even got an assist, the winning assist in the final. Yep, that's to Gary Neville. It's tough when you get something wrong like that. Even Cucurella fired shots back at Gary Neville. In the midfield, you have a partnership of Fabian Ruiz and Rodri. You can't go wrong. That has to be the only midfield partnerships that I want to see in there. Rodri, player of the tournament, was named player of the tournament, simply does not lose. This man, very important, probably is not a system player, but he is the system, even at Man City. So it just shows you how important he is. It just gives Spain that ability and lets the forwards really go express themselves. Lets Dani Olmo be able to run free, Fabian Ruiz to also, go forward, just because they have that safety net with Rodri. That's just how good it was. Fabian Ruiz was primary Torre in this tournament. Literally, we're going forward, coming back, ball control. He was doing it all. Got 2 goals and 2 assists from midfield. Important player for Spain. One of the players of the tournament for me, for sure. Has to be in team of the tournament. And just in front of them, I've went with Xavi Simons. I think he was incredible for the Netherlands. Also one of the best young players of this tournament, Xavi Simons. He's had a stellar season in the Bundesliga and also has carried his form through. I think he was able to get a goal and 3 assists in this Euro. Very impressive. And we know he had that goal ruled out against France. And for me, that was a bad decision by the referee. So Netherlands robbed there. But moving on, left wing, I have went with Musiala. Now I'm willing to have a conversation about Cody Gakpo here. I'm actually considering Cody Gakpo. I did consider him, but I think Musiala was more important for Germany. He was always trying to make things tick for Germany, always in the game, didn't really fade out, trying to create chances, always cutting in, floating around. He was just more involved for me. Obviously had 3 goals, Musiala, and same with Cody Gakpo. I think Cody Gakpo had 3 goals and an assist as well for the Netherlands. Was also one of the Netherlands' best players. I don't know what you think there. I could go either way. Actually, I've just went with Musiala because I was more impressed specifically. But pleasantly surprised by Cody Gakpo. He was able to raise his form again, raise his hand again for the Netherlands. He seems to be able to do that effortlessly in international tournaments, but not for Liverpool. But for this tournament, I've went with Musiala. But I'm definitely willing to have a conversation. I'm willing to hear anyone out that says Gakpo should be there. It's the only position that I can discuss. Right wing has to be Lamine Yamal. I mean, is there any debates on this? He's the best young player of this tournament. He had the most assists, 4 assists, and he had a goal contribution from the round of 16 until the final. Incredible player at 16 and just turned 17. I mean, there's no one who's going to fight me on that, right? It has to be Yamal. That's his position. He killed it throughout this Euros. And yeah, lastly, I am going with Dani Olmo for my center front. I'm going with no striker. I'm going with Dani Olmo as a false 9. We know he can play that, and we know that that's also the type of positions that he was taking up while he was playing. Also had a goal contribution, except for the final, but from the last game of the group stage until the semi-final. Huge for Spain. Even though he came on as a sub for Pedri against Germany, very influential that game. Probably Spain's toughest game of the competition. Germany, he got a goal and an assist. Dani Olmo came in clutch. It was fantastic. Unlucky not to get the goal against England in the final. He should have scored though. That was a great chance. But Olmo is a problem. His run is in behind. For me, I'm having him more than any other striker. I mean, he had the same goals as the strikers, but more assists, right? I think he had 3 goals and 2 assists. So for me, he deserves that position in team of the tournament. But with that being said, that's my team of the tournament. That's a proper team of the tournament. I promise you that one is very solid, completely unbiased. The coach is no debate. It's La Fuente. Of course, there's no other better coach that we saw in this Euros. We saw how well Spain were ticking. We saw how well Spain were drilled, how well they were coached. They were not just keeping possession, but they were keeping possession and creating lots and lots of chances. They played the best football, and that's also down to coaching. So that is it. That's my team of the tournament. I think that's a really solid team of the tournament. We'll wait to see what they release, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe. Bye bye.